project is to do a levitation with an object. So quick example, if I go to the photo shoot, levitation, we're going to try to do something kind of like this. I don't have anyone to help me right now. I got kicked out of my room. I'm in the library. So I'm just going to use one hand. But if you had somebody that could come in and hold this object right here for you real quick and then remove it, that would be ideal. So I'm just going to use photo booth. Go back to taking a picture. There I am in the library. Sorry about my lighting too. It's not ideal. Okay, so step one is you pose. So I'm going to have, so ideally this is the background picture. You know how we have to take a picture where there's nothing in the background? You posing is that's what the picture is. So ideally you'd be like, whoa, and like look at what you might be posing. This time I'm going to pose like this, kind of open my hand up. I'm going to take the picture. And then the object, this is important. Your fingers cannot wrap around this. I need to be able to completely cut out everything around it. So whatever your object is, you need to figure out, and the less you could have around it. So I'm going to try to hold this like this. So all I'll have to erase is here. So I'm going to have my phone, and then my face really doesn't matter. So I just want the phone. I do want to show you if I bring this down further where my hand was. This might not line up right. All right, so I have my pictures. I'm going to drag them out. Go into PhotoPea. Open them up. The lighting on these is terrible. I do apologize. Okay, so my base picture is this. My phone floating is right here. So step one is I'm just going to use the marquee tool, highlight around it, and Control C, Control V. And because I use the camera on the computer, look how perfect that lines up. I like to turn this one off for a minute. Remember the little eyeball there? Eraser tool, brackets make it larger, and make sure your hardness is all the way to the left. So you're on a fuzzy eraser. See how that accidentally just grabbed that? So I got to be careful. And I don't want to erase. Ideally, guys, you shouldn't have to erase everything. I just think sometimes when our backgrounds don't line up, it's kind of nice. But I'm not going to have to. I do need to erase this hand. So you have the option of pen tooling, or I'm going to show you something else right now that I tried this one earlier and it worked out pretty good. With the eraser, if you make it really tiny, like really tiny, and I'm going to see how close I can get, click once, and I hold down the shift button. I'm not clicking yet, but I clicked here. Hold down shift and click again. It will erase in a straight line for you. And now I'm just not letting go of shift. So I have a straight line here. This is good when you have straight edges. I'm still holding shift. I roll up this way. And actually, look, I don't even have to erase up here because my hand's not there. So do catch yourself. You don't have to go crazy. And using the appropriate brush size for what you're doing. And kind of, I just accidentally erased a little bit of the phone, but for this, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, I should be able now to zoom out. And there's the phone. I can see a couple little weird things going on here. There's my phone. Okay, so part two of this is acceptable. If you want a shadow, you can add a shadow somewhere that you think might be appropriate. And there's a tutorial in, I think, assignment 21. There's a quick 1 minute how to make a shadow. The other thing you can do to make this even look more real is when I posed this one, I'm hoping, see where it lines up. Copy, paste it. Can't tell. Okay, this is like barely, probably not even worth it, but I'm going to do it. I want to line this up so my hand actually overlaps it. I'm only going to do this down here so I can show you this part. My pinky, and I'm not going to do this small, sorry. I want my pinky to like go in front of this so it looks like the phone is within my hand. So I'm going to turn this layer off, zoom in. This has to be detailed. This has to be like perfect if you're gonna make this work. I'm gonna take the pen tool, double check, look, mine's not set, path, and again, sometimes in PhotoPea this matters, it shouldn't, but make sure that there's nothing. And I'm gonna very, very, very carefully cut out my pinky. And I'm pretty sure I only need about that much of it. Sometimes you don't have to cut too much. I'm gonna make selection, hit OK. I'm gonna go up to select, modify, feather. I'm gonna put a 2 in here, so hopefully that makes it a little softer. Okay, my goal is to get this pinky on a layer by itself. It's either layer via copy. It's also telling me here, on mine it's Command J, but yours is Control J on your Chromebook. So I'm gonna hit layer via copy. And as long as I was on this layer to begin with, drag layer 3, pinky, above it. So now it should have that illusion. I'm gonna go, the other adjustments you might need to do within any part of this project might be image adjustments, brightness, contrast. My pinky looks weird. That looks better. I would go back in and kind of super clean this up. But you don't have to do that for your grade for this. You can just make it look like an object's floating, and again, preferably